What is going on, guys? It is the Short Sports Show. I'm your host, Daniel Short. Today is, I almost put Saturday. It is a special show today. It is Wednesday, April 29th. You guys know what that means. 1 day away. And if you're listening on NFL Draft Day, hey, it's okay. We basically got the same news. Hopefully nothing crazy happens within this time period after this show. Hopefully we got, up to date everything, because you know how it is sometimes after we do the show. A few minutes later, a few hours later, bam, next thing you know, there's other news. So hopefully that doesn't happen unless as a San Diego Chargers fan, I am wanting them to trade Phillip Rivers to the Tennessee Titans and get that number 2 spot along with a couple other picks, and draft Marcus Mariota, quarterback, Oregon. I'm trying to keep hope alive. I've been reading everything I could possibly find from like legit places, not just fan blogs or whatever. And everything I've been seeing is obviously it's mixed. It's just there's some that say it's dying, it's not going to happen. And then there's some saying, hey, there's still a chance. I mean, there is a chance, but they made it look a lot better than what it honestly feels like. My gut feeling right now is we do not trade Phillip Rivers, and we keep that 17th pick, which, we could still get Melvin Gordon, possibly Todd Gurley. I'd rather have Todd Gurley. We'll just have to see. But enough of that. We will talk about the NFL draft in just a little bit. There is 2 stories for college football we're going to talk about, and then we'll go in talking about the NFL news, what's leading up to the draft right now, and we'll even do our very own. Actually, this is our second year we've done a mock draft. We did one last year. I don't know if I put it on the show. I know I put it on my YouTube channel. Be sure to check that out, the Short Sports Show on YouTube. I know I did one last year, and actually I should really go back and look to see how it worked out. I have a feeling I put Johnny Manziel for the Texans. I have a huge feeling I did that. But we will look back, check that out maybe some other time. But yeah, let's get it started. First, follow me on Twitter at @short_sports 24/7. Been getting a couple followers. I appreciate you guys. And be sure to tweet out that we are live and that you're listening to the Short Sports Show. Use hashtag the Short Sports Show. And I'll be sure to retweet it for you guys and give it a favorite as well. But let's get on with it. 4.5 months after saving Oklahoma State's season, probably almost 5 months now, and 4 months after his dismissal from Oklahoma State's football and track programs, returnman Tyreek Hill tweeted last Thursday that he will be transferring to Akron. Yep, he's going to be with the Zips. He was named the Big 12 Offensive Newcomer of the Year in 2014, but he was arrested in December on a felony domestic violence complaint. He was dismissed the same day the news of the arrest came that everybody knew about it. Hill ranked 17th nationally in 256 punt return yards and placed 3rd in the Big 12 with 740 kickoff return yards while posting 3 combined return scores. He also ranked 4th on Oklahoma State's football team with receiving with 31 grabs, 281 yards, and a touchdown. And also placed 2nd on the team in rushing with 102 carries and for 534 yards. A lot of just subpar things other than the return part. So he was playing for Akron, which, that'd be good for them if he can, find his way and not get in trouble anymore. This will really help Akron. Maybe put out a name for them. Get something positive in their football program. Maybe some highlight reels we'll be seeing throughout the 2015 season. And it'd be really good for both of them if he can clear his ways and Akron can have some smiles in the fans' faces. Anyways, the 2016 College Football Playoff Championship will be played at the University of Phoenix, where the Super Bowl was at, stadium in Glendale, Arizona, which is beautiful, by the way. Actually, before the Super Bowl happened, this year's Super Bowl, when I found out it was remembered that it was in Arizona, I was like, man, I didn't really like it because the last time it was played there, it was, the Patriots and the Giants, and I just thought it just was, even though that was a great Super Bowl game, I was heartbroken. My Chargers had just lost in the AFC Championship game. And I think that was a major reason I did not like that stadium, just because I knew Chargers should have been in it. But, when that happened and then this Super Bowl, man, that stadium is beautiful for Super Bowl. I mean, it truly was. So the College Football Playoff Championship will be played there, so it should look just amazing, especially if it's colored in purple with TCU. But anyways, the 2017 title game is set for Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, Florida, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play. But according to ESPN's Brent McMurphy, MetLife Stadium in New York, or New Jersey, whatever, will not be in the running to host the College Football Playoff title game from 2018 to 2020. Matt Marshall of the Orlando Sentinel also reported Thursday that Orlando has pulled out its name from the running of 2018 through 2020 in order to focus on its efforts for 2021, saying, quote, "We want to be careful to think about what's the best foot forward for this community in terms of hosting one, and it just seems most logical that 2021 and beyond would be the right time." That's what Florida Citrus Sports CEO Stephen Hogan told the paper. But apparently Atlanta, Charlotte, Jacksonville, Miami, Minneapolis, San Antonio, and Santa Clara, California will bid on the 2018 through 2020 title games, while North Texas, Detroit, Houston, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and Pasadena have remained undecided, which don't be surprised, they're going to jump in the running as well. Sites for the 2018 through 2020 title games are expected to be announced in late May. So, that's just right around the corner. I mean, we only got 2 days, including today, of April. Then we got late May, and we'll find out where the College Football Playoff Championship sites are going to be held. Should be very, very exciting. Now, that was it for college football. Not a whole lot of news. I mean, we're in a dead period. Spring games are somewhat finishing up. I believe every top program, I believe, has already played their spring game. So you're getting into that dead period of college football before July, August, summer comes, or really June and July when the summer camps are going, and then we got August and September, late August playoff games. Late August we got some college football games in early September. So almost there, guys. We're almost there. But right now we got a very special period. I mean, this is a 1 week thing basically, of excitement, of potential, and a little bit of heartbreaks. A little bit of heartbreaks for some fans that if your team doesn't draft that player, that star player that you want or believe is best for the team. First, we will talk about Chicago Bears running back Matt Forte, who clarified his decision to miss the team's voluntary minicamp practice. Saying, if the Bears want to give me a contract, they will. If they don't, if they won't, I'm not mad or holding a grudge. I don't operate like that. Forte is slated to earn a 2015 base salary of $7.05 million and count $9.2 million against the Bears' salary cap in 2015. The running back's deal also includes a potential of $1.05 million in per-game bonuses and $100,000 in workout bonuses. Honestly, I haven't had the privilege just yet to attend, a mini camp. But, when I look at some of these players and you hear about the deals that, the money they could make if just by attending. I mean, obviously you have to participate as well, but it's really just free money to be in shorts and a jersey. And, I mean, there's no contact. You probably may have to wear your helmet and do some working out. You're getting paid almost hundreds of thousands of dollars to work out and be around your teammates. And I don't know. It amazes me why some players don't do it. Even if you're holding out for a contract extension, I would think you'd still want to earn because, you hold out. It's not always a guarantee that you are going to get that contract extension. It really isn't. So why lose money in that process? I don't know. It's crazy. Anyways, Matt Forte led the Bears in rushing yards with 1,038 and receptions at 102 last year. And it tops the league in yards from scrimmage in 11,431 and is third in rushing yards, 7,704 since 2008. So we'll just have to see. Okay, will the Bears be drafting Todd Gurley, Melvin Gordon? I mean, they have a high pick to get him. Everybody else above them has needs and wouldn't take a running back. So we'll see. I mean, Bears also need a wide receiver, so we'll just the excitement, guys, the excitement. The Denver Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning doesn't view the 2015 season as his farewell tour, saying, quote, "I wouldn't call it that. It's not how I see it." When asked about the challenges of running a new hybrid offense, Peyton Manning had this to say, saying, quote, "I like to think I'm pretty versatile, believe it or not. I feel like I can execute whatever plays the coach calls." Manning said he loved to have his top target on hand, but understood his absence. And he's talking about Demaryius Thomas, another player holding out for that huge contract extension. Especially he was franchise tagged as well. Saying, quote, this is what Manning had to say about it, saying, quote, "Certainly you always liked for everybody to be here during this time, but you know DT's got a personal issue, and I want it to work out for the best for him. He's my teammate, but he's my friend as well, and this is that business side of it that comes into play. I'm pulling for it to work out the best for him." You know what's really screwed up, though? Most people are going to be like, they just don't think about it, but Peyton Manning fought to keep that $4 million. He did not want to take a $4 million pay cut. Imagine all the money he's already made and everything he will be making this year and after football, even if, whether this is his last year or not. Imagine all the money he's already made and what he has and what he's going to make. You were telling me you can't take more than a $4 million pay cut. The reason Demaryius Thomas is holding out and the reason you lost Julius Thomas is part of Peyton Manning's contract. They're willing to pay him so much they lost their top tight end and their wide receiver. Though they won't lose him, well, at least for right now, he's holding out, which he deserves a contract extension and some money. I mean, he's ever since that catch from Tim Tebow they took for a touchdown and won that playoff game to now. I mean, he deserves more money and a contract extension for certainty. But Peyton Manning's like, this business side. And I got to believe Demaryius Thomas has to look at it and say, Peyton didn't want to take a $4 million pay cut. It's not right. It's not right. I mean, it truly isn't. Peyton Manning should be, if he's so serious about winning a Super Bowl and stop ending his seasons year after year after disappointing playoff losses, it's because you don't have a full team around you. You have all the money to yourself, a majority of it, instead of sharing it out to maybe a better running back, more receivers, star receivers, a offensive line, a defense. Spread the money out. Take less. You've earned everything you need. If you broke your legs right now, there is no football career for you. And even if you lost your voice at the same time, so you couldn't be on ESPN or anything, Peyton Manning still has enough money that all his kids can go to college, and he can live the rest of his life happy. I mean, other than, whatever. I'm just saying, does he really need all that money? Let's spread it out, and that's how you build a championship team when the team has money to pay players. I mean, it's common sense. But oh well. All right, I'm done with my little rant. Cleveland Browns offensive tackle Joe Thomas sees a change for the better in Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel, saying, quote, "To see the guy that is in the building right now is night and day from where he was last year and his commitment. He has a bright future ahead of him." Thomas, of course, is an 8-time Pro Bowler selection. Said earlier this offseason that Manziel would have to win back the trust of his teammates because of the way he handled himself once he became the starter last season. Saying, quote, last year on a Saturday, you might see a picture of him on Instagram floating in the Swan, drinking champagne. This year on a Saturday, if you came in the building, you'd see him